Hello, folks.
Evening, folks.
Coming at you.
Freaking comfortable.
Isn't this nice? Yeah, we can get. Oh yeah! There we go. It's the laid-back edition of Canucks with Guitars.
Good evening, folks.
I'm Ben. He's Richie, and
we are a hell of a lot more comfortable tonight. Oh, I'm gonna put the tape. Oh, my moccasins are filthy. I won't make you guys stare at that.
I'll lean forward here.
Filthy bottom moccasins.
Let's turn down the phone while we bring up the Z chat.
Oh, this is luxury. I don't even care that I'm half off camera. I'm comfortable.
Let us know how the audio is. I think it's going to.
Yeah, I did a little spring cleaning. The basement's changed around a bit. Got the futon down from upstairs. I'm a much more comfortable domain. We're doing the show. I like it.
I'm trying to find the damn. See, this happened last time. I have a hard time finding the damn show on my channel. Isn't that terrible? We got 2 whole people watching, 3 thumbs ups though.
Thank you,
folks. I like those odds. I like those odds.
Very ambitious with your thumbs up, right?
Yes, yes. Oh, we're down to 1 person watching.
I can still see gear in the background. The old seafoam bass just sticking over my shoulder.
There we go.
We're good. We're good.
Yeah. Give me a sec, folks, and I'll see if I can get the chat. I think I saw Joe Hervey's in here already. Awesome. This is ticking me off. Why will it not show us the damn... Usually you just go to my channel, and it's there.
Dun dun dun. Maybe that's why there isn't people logged in.
We have Joe, David Ennis, and Terry, according to a text from Terry. Terry, can you send me a link to the damn show so I can actually bring up the chat? Quentin's in here. This will be the world's slowest shoutout if Terry texts me each name and then... Thank you, sir. He sent me a link. There we are. Bringing it up. So, how have you been since the last episode, sir?
Not too bad, not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Awesome, awesome. Man. Doing this Veda thing, I forget which day of the week it is, and all of a sudden I'm like, hey, we got the show tonight. So, since the last episode we had with awesome Shane in the house, we had Andy the Guitar Geek, Andrew Ferris on, live from Austria. He lives in now. Yes. Really? Talking guitars and all that fun stuff, and his work for Tolman. He's their kind of lead demo person and video creator of not just guitar, but he does all like drums, keyboards, PA stuff, you know, all kinds of stuff.
Cool.
There we go. Now let's bring up the chat. There we are. And let's see. We've got Terry's GG&G. We have Joe Hervey 84.
Hello. Hello.
We've got David Ennis. We have Quentin James, Daniel Horsley, Islander Winder, Lawrence Petross Design in the house. Good to see you, Lawrence. The lovely Janice.
Hello.
Todd Flowers.
Hello, Twad.
Brad Miller, Dale Palmer.
Hello.
Denny Allen.
Hello.
Will Varela.
Salutations.
Ivan Carter. John Parson. Rick Hefner.
Hello. Hello.
Rock on, guys.
Greetings, one and all. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
In a much more comfortable edition of Canucks with Guitars.
Or Denny Allen just like, Canucks on a couch.
Damn right. Chesterfield.
Scott Connor.
Chesterfield.
How would he do, in fact?
Actually, it's a futon,
So we have some new gear to show off.
I just threw out my Chesterfield, so...
Yes, you did.
Yes.
Terry's welcome.
I'm now Chesterfield-less.
Quentin?
A rarity in a Canadian household.
RJ says blocked? Really? Where are you blocked, RJ? And F-U-Ton?
F-U-Ton.
F-U-Ton. Yeah, so there we go. Boom.
Well played.
Well played, sir. And we'd like to thank Lawrence Petross Design.
Yes.
FUtone.com.
Yes.
Arden's Music.
Yes.
Flipside Music.
Yes.
And of course, Reno Fin Custom Guitars.
Yes.
Check them all out, folks.
Check them all out. We are getting too many sponsors to do personal website comments.
yeah. They're getting the shotgun shout-outs as well. Right?
Yes. All these fine folks patronize their fine business.
Depending on what you need, they can help
offer
you
fine and excellent products and services.
Yep. And they do multitask. When Flipside Music was doing their live stream there a week and a half ago, I was also browsing the website at the same time. And now we have a TC Electronics Third Dimension on the way. It's cleared customs as of yesterday.
Nice.
So hopefully I'll have that by the end of the week. And we have a bunch of new gear to show us. Yes. But better than the Boss as far as I'm concerned. It's a little, it's not quite as
that extra little feature there.
Well, the Boss, especially the Wazacraft, has the switch, which will give you different combinations.
The old Roland rack mount.
Yeah, SD320, I want to say.
Something like that.
But I've noticed with the
One
Boss,
of those fanciful echo machines that just sound like the 80s.
Yep, Terry, I'm able to see the stats tonight at least. Thank you.
Oh, horse,
thank you. But from what I've seen with the Boss pedal is you can only press 1 or 2 buttons at once. Whereas the TC, you can press 2, 3, all 4 buttons down at once.
Oh my, that's swampy.
Yeah. So we shall see.
Very groovy, very groovy.
Hey, Cullen James is in the house. Good to see you, Cullen. He was commenting on a video earlier today.
I should have a come back for the push button transmission.
Well, they now the dial.
The dial transmission.
That throws me off. That's weird.
You need the old push button.
Yeah, like I don't want, like, you know, I'm driving down the road and Def Leppard's Pyromania comes on and I throw the thing into low gear.
You put it in neutral or whatever.
Yeah.
Just go!
Yeah. It was interesting, actually. We had Andy on Wednesday. On Saturday, we had Matt and Chris from Texas Toast Guitars on. Mm-hmm. And we were discussing some Canadian content.
Oh, yes.
Yes. There was a chuckle. What was it? Matt, the owner, was saying one movie I don't want to say he liked or enjoyed, whatever, but the movie he's definitely seen, Eddie and the Cruisers Part 2. Okay. And the reason he mentioned it is, he's like, there seem to be a lot of Canadian actors in that. I'm like, well, I could tell you within the first minute of the movie starting, I knew it was shot in Canada, because as a Canadian, we can spot a Canadian movie a mile away.
I don't know what it was about the film. Was it the film or the cameras?
It's the lighting.
It's
the lighting.
It was just, there was something so distinctly Canadian about anything from that era.
You can look
at it and it's just like, oh, that's Canadian.
Hey, Brian Cote, I hope you had a great show.
And then, like, the National Film Board logo comes up. You're like, Canadian!
Yeah, funding from Province of Ontario and the National Film Board.
And then, like, you watch a comparable Hollywood movie or even, like, an independent American movie from the same time, and you're just like, why do our movies look like crap? But they were, like, the max budget, like, Canadian films, and then, like...
Are we clipping from the Yelling Joe? Let us know.
No.
What
a change of pace that is.
Clive...
The microphone's further away than ever, and we're clipping it out.
Clive is off to bed. He's in the UK. So, thanks, Clive. Thanks for tuning in live.
Thanks for tuning in.
A little bit. All right, I'll drop it just a skosh.
Oh, there we are. Long gone are the days when we were too quiet. Now we're clipping out microphones, so.
There.
If it's not one end, it's the other.
Yeah. Well, it's not ranch-proof, apparently. So,
no. Well, very few things are.
Ben, I asked about Rich modding amps. You've done some amp mods?
I have, in fact. Nothing terribly extensive, and I don't like messing with power sections of things. I don't like doing things that are zappy potential and beyond my skill level.
So you just stick with preamps as opposed to power?
Yeah, I'm more than confident messing around with the tone shaping aspects of an amp, but when it gets into messing with the actual
He says, I'd like to know what he did and would want to do.
To what?
Amps.
Oh, what I've done? I've done a few things on the Seafoam Bastard over the shoulder there. nothing terribly fancy or over the top.
Hey, Mark Dillon.
Just, you know, a couple capacitor changes and that.
I knew he'd get it.
The Pathfinder was a pretty ambitious gutting and
Yeah, that's what he was just asking, the Vox, etc.
Yeah, the Pathfinder got the LED mod done to it.
Cathode bypass caps?
Oh no, I don't like messing with things like that.
That was Lawrence Petross.
No, that's getting beyond my skill level right there. That's that's where we start getting into zappy things that I don't like messing around with.
Plate resistor change?
No.
See, now I think he's just being a smartass.
Those are also zappy things, and I don't like getting into doing that. Anything where I have to do more zappy-proof things than drain caps, I don't really like getting into.
Dropping the voltage to the preamp tubes?
Oh, yeah. No. I probably could, but yeah. Again, that's power section. I don't like having to consult the old man by video phone to do wiring. He gets choked about that. You're getting it over your head, you know that. If you have to video phone me, you should really stop now. Like, yeah, Pops, but I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing. I just want to double check on this. He's like, if you got to video call me, you don't know what you're doing. And he's right. But that man, he would have absolutely no qualms doing any of those things.
Will Varela asks, have you tried the Donner pedal he sent?
I have not. We've got it sitting right yonder here in front of me on the table, and I can go plug it in right now.
We also have a delay from Todd Flowers, but I want to finish up my story earlier.
Yes, finish the story.
With Matt. So he was asking if the movie was, I mentioned how it was done in Canada. He goes, okay. I said, why? And he started chuckling because you may remember in the movie there was a young hot gun guitarist type thing who was kind of butting heads with Eddie, of Eddie and the Cruisers.
Oh, geez.
He was playing a Leda.
Alright.
So then his follow-up...
I was like, oh God, who was it? Like,
he looked a lot like something. He looked a lot like Colin James.
Probably was Colin.
I thought, no, I looked up. It was some actor who just looks a lot like. But he's like, so.
Colin James probably made more on the part than he would have if off his.
I said, he's like, so laughingly, have you ever played a Lado? I said, not only, but I met John Lado because when I was in Pat's music store one day when he was carrying Lados,
yes.
I said, these are cool guitars. I'd love to meet Mr. Lado. He goes, well, turn around. He's restocking the shelves right now.
Yeah.
Is it Joe or John? Joe Lado?
For some reason, John's sticking with me, but I don't think it is.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah. Yeah, they're classic Canadiana. I've played a couple Lados in my day. At one point, when I was working the hands-on music in Beaumont, we had not one but two. We had two Lados in
Joe
stock.
Lado.
Joe Lado, there we are. Right. Yeah, we had two Lados on the shelf at the same time. It's just like, James came in the one day and he's just like sitting there drinking his coffee. He's like, when the hell did that happen? I'm like, the other day, well, the green one came in last week, but then the other day the orange one came in. He's like, Jesus. He's like, I don't think I've ever seen two of them in the same place. He's like, now we got them in the store, eh? That was great. That was a good time. I highly recommend if you've got the opportunity to make absolutely no money and not really have to worry about it, work at a guitar shop for a while. It's a blast. A mom and pop shop, not like one of the Walmart shops.
Yeah, remember those ones?
I think the orange one there is the orange one that we had in stock. Or we had a green burst. We had a lime burst one that was some weird shape.
There you go, folks.
And then we had the orange one, and yeah.
I like those basses. Kind of reminds me of BC Rich.
Like
an old BC Rich.
The green one was kind of closer to that. In fact, I think the green one was like that, but there was like umpteen million more mini toggle switches on it, which Lato was famous for.
Yeah.
What do you mean a rotary knob? Nah, you need about 40 little mini switches, kid. Yeah, but couldn't you just put a rotary knob, give me all 40 settings, like, on a rotary knob, and so it's nice and neat, and I don't have, like, 50 mini switches on my guitar? Kid, you need 50 mini switches. How are the guys gonna know you're a real player if they don't see the 50 mini switches on there?
Which, ironically, is kind of endearing. When I brought that Kramer over for the first thing, you're like, yeah, it's got the mini switches!
Yeah, mini switches!
It's like, yep.
Which, so...
Adrian Smith from Iron Maiden may have played a Lato.
Oh, well, they're rare. They did make their way outside of the country, I guess. There wasn't an embargo placed on them. There should have been.
Bobby Beretta's in the house. Awesome.
Actually, speaking of mini toggles,
oh yeah, Brian.
The Reno Fin Alpha has.
Have to watch Brian Cote's show on replay, obviously, because it was over here. He got a new guitar this weekend.
Yeah.
He's been lusting over for a while, so he picked up an R9.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
And his thoughts so far?
I'm sure he loves it.
Yeah.
And Terry got a new bass today. Hey, Harley Benton.
Oh, man, I don't know around my old PJ setup.
Yeah. Which is definitely your bread and butter bass.
Yeah, you can do it.
That's what I want a PJ.
No, I like it. Nice setup. There's a Mustang PJ. If you want to talk about like an inbred mutant of an instrument, there's a Mustang PJ for sale in Kijiji in Peterborough right now. And the guy actually wants a reasonable amount of money for it.
There you go, folks. Terry's new bass.
I just saw the ad. It was like Mustang PJ bass. I'm like, all right, is this guy confused and has no idea what he has? And I clicked on the picture. I'm like, oh no, it's a Mustang PJ bass.
I think my lovely sister made it in to the chat. Hello, sis. Let's see. Well, someone's saying hey to her anyway. Eat Light Fitness. Hello. Oh, people are saying it. The couch is rented.
Brilliant.
Oh, it's my sister. Oh, a couch! First words she says. Awesome, awesome. So, let's try out this delay.
Yes. So we've got delay 1 of 2 hooked up. This is the, I guess I probably should have turned on the amp for maximum.
Now, should, actually, well, that's where we
for maximum value.
Why don't we show off new guitar Richie as well?
Yeah, speaking of people who bought guitars this weekend that they've been lusting after. So, for years and years and years, I've been lusting after a blue Stratocaster with a maple fretboard. I don't think it's too much to ask for. The fine folks at Fender in their infinite color scheme releasing do.
I mean, Rory had a blue Strat, so they do exist.
They exist. They do. They always come out in their limited edition, and they're never the affordable
or it seems to me it's always their low-end stuff they do in blue.
Or in Squires, they put out the coolest color schemes with, like, color-matching headstocks and seafoam green. I'm like, if that said Fender on the headstock, I'd buy about 6 of those. But, digressing. So, I'm out this weekend. Had a friend of mine come over and do some cleaning and moving furniture with me. Thank you very much, Tony. And do a dump run and stuff. And then so we finished the dump run and that. And we're heading over to the Sobeys. And I was like, oh, let's go grab a box of burgers and some buns and some beers and barbecue. And away we go. So we're coming out to Sobeys. And he's like, oh, I didn't know there's a used record store in Brighton. I'm like, oh, yeah. Apartment 1 Records. They're actually really cool. Like, you want to go over and check it out? He's like, yeah. So we swing across the street, make my bag of burgers, and saunter up to the record store. And head on in as we get through the door, and Tony's like, it's a cool place? I'm like, oh yeah, super cool place. I have tons of records here. It's a really great shop. And then I walk through the main door of the shop, and right as I walk through the door, right at eye level, is this. Yeah. I was like, shoot. I'm not planning on buying a guitar today. And I was like, is it Mexican? He's like, yep. I'm like, oh yeah.
Damn.
Alright, so it's going to be affordable. Crap.
That does look much better in person. It doesn't look as watered as Rory's was lighter, almost like that trans blue, which I hate.
Yeah. No,
I like.
This is the Electron blue.
I dig it.
Or Proton. No, Electron. That's it. I knew it had some sort of stupid name. But yeah, so it's sitting there, and I was like, so, what are you asking for it? I'm just like, say an unreasonable number so I can walk away.
Oh, 350. I'm like, ah, crap. All right, let me go ahead and ATM. So it was in really rough shape. It had the worst set of hacksaw I ever had experienced on a guitar.
So you had to do the fret ends.
Yeah, so I had to do the fret ends. The 15th and 16th frets had big gouges in them. They took a blow at some point on the dead on the strings and gouged out the strings. So I had to take those out, which there's only a wee little indentation now on the G string. But it's awesome. It's a fabulous guitar. And then I got to checking it out. Oh, it'll probably show up better from this side.
Yeah.
I don't know how well it's going to show up. Oh, it's kind of
Wait, because you have
Yeah.
quality internet these days.
It's one of the 60th anniversary guitars.
Hey,
So-
Brian Stewart.
Boosh. All sorts of fabulous deals. for
Josco
me.
Plumbing Supply, good to see you. Denny Allen.
It's really fantastic.
Matt
It
Raj.
plays great. I think I just
Scott Connor.
might want to talk to.
Mark Dillon.
Oh, and then my brain goes to mush, anyways. But
So it doesn't have coil tap.
no.
Okay, I didn't think
And
so.
that's kind of what I'm thinking. I might be talking to our good friend at Reno Fin Guitars about custom winding me a 4-wire.
He's busy winding pickups.
He is busy winding pickups.
I was talking to him the other day.
He is very busy.
Yes.
So I was
Because I also have to
kind of humming at the idea. Of
I have to
getting into-
measure Amanda's pick guard on her guitar because he's going to cut out a tortoiseshell guard for me for Amanda's
Ah,
guitar.
nice.
Because they've known each other all their lives, and he wanted to contribute to that and do a tortoiseshell guard
Oh.
that he'll deliver along with your guitar and Modi's new guitar.
I can't wait to try that guitar.
Oh, I know, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so this is my used record store $350 Strat, which I'm very, very happy with. It plays absolutely fantastically. It
Like how the
sounds-
guards started to yellow. And
I don't like how it sat in the store long enough that the stickers actually sun bleached into the pick. This was actually a common thing with that particular year, apparently. I guess it was like whatever they used as the sticker material that year.
Nitro.
It didn't take much UV exposure for them to telegraph through.
Yeah. But I kind of like it because it's for those like gear nerds like us. Well, hey, that's a 60th anniversary.
Well,
Yeah, but before you even said it, you're playing it on
before you
stage.
flip it over and you see the diamond in the headstock. But yeah, no, it's
So the question is, what's going on with that one?
I'm actually considering just playing Strats. Because that was the reason why I never played my Strat live was I didn't have a backup for it except the telly, and I don't like playing tellies live because that's your territory. But now that I got 2 Strats, I can play Strats live. So
Which bodes well for the Gretchen the SG that he recently got.
So I might be on the Stratting right. We'll see. We'll see.
And let us know if the amp volume is adequate, folks.
Alrighty, so.
Hey, you might want to come up a bit.
Alright.
How's the volume, folks?
So, let's, the hell's the difference between echo and feedback? I don't understand.
The one on the left is like your level mix,
Okay.
I do believe.
It does not sync!
What the hell?
Santana does not sync!
What the hell's going on?
It does not sync!
Okay.
Next!
Alright, let's try the other delay. Insufficient power, perhaps?
I can't imagine that.
Something's up. Let's try a different power.
There we go.
Aha! It was a power issue, folks. Maybe not. They're not playing with Richie's setup.
You know what? I'm gonna try and help.
My sister's like, where'd they go? And I realized, yeah, the couch is blocking our view.
Let's hook it directly up to the power bypassing that.
Richie broke the pedals, Will says.
So they're not the most power-friendly things in the universe. They're really fussy.
Darn that couch. So this is the Joyo digital delay, folks.
Being a digital.
That's what I was telling you.
Alright, so the Joyo is
RJ is suggesting to Lawrence Petross to get ball caps and beanies, or toques, as we prefer to call them, and I'm all about a Lawrence Petross design toque. I'd wear it.
Alright, so trying the Donner plugged in directly.
Hey Aaron, we're just playing with some delay pedals. We just used the Joyo digital delay, now we've got the analog. Might want to give yourself a bit more volume again. Richie's back there. You can kind of see his head right there, folks. Aaron from out of Spain is just joining in. That is the Donner Yellow Fall pedal. Very cool. Colin James got his first P90 guitar recently. Hey, BC Rich 581. Aaron's like, he's discovered self-oscillation.
Other than the fact they seem a little fussy on the power side of things.
Yeah.
Quite happy. I mean, that's very good. What the hell did I unplug it?
Alright, let's see how.
There
Steal the use of this. There we go. We'll put them on display.
yeah, so the little yellow feller there, it's actually kind of a cool delay. I've looked at them before on Amazon. They're, in fact, boast worthy of being the cheapest delay pedal that you can purchase off of Amazon. Yeah, I mean, it does the trick. It oscillates really nicely, as we heard there at the end. It's a delay pedal. It's very, very affordable. It's yellow. These are all good things. The little brown, or cop, brass, I don't know what the
Silver?
hell. You colored what?
Gunmetal?
It's silver.
Gray?
I don't know. Some sort of metallic-ish shade. Pedal. It's, yeah, this fella here. That's actually really nice.
Joyo Digital.
The Joyo Digital delay, which actually sounds...
Pewter? My sister says.
Pewter. Alright, you know what? True. That's a very apt description.
There we go.
A very GM. Yeah, I'm looking for a tow truck. Oh yeah, I'm in the pewter Chevrolet Impala on the side of the highway. Like, yeah, I'll just look for the dead Chevy Impala on the side of the highway. And that happens today. There's 3 of them out there, and guess which one doesn't get the tow truck? The guy who didn't buy a black or a blue Chevy. Or Volkswagen or whatever the hell car they, you know. The point is you're broken down in a car that people don't know what the color is. That's today's lesson, folks. It comes from working in the GM call center for OnStar, let me tell you.
Sunfire Silver?
You ever tried to argue with a very wealthy southern woman
Champagne.
in a brand new Cadillac about whether or not, in fact, her moonstone vehicle is in fact white? Like if I were calling a tow truck for you, ma'am, I can't tell them, you know, my vehicle's fire color or my vehicle's water color. The tow truck driver wants to know a description of the color. It's moonstone! I don't care what the color is called, ma'am. Would you say your car visibly appears to be white? I don't know what you're saying, son. Like, ma'am, you're going to make me lose my religion. That didn't go down well. Woo!
Joe,
on me, son!
if you've always wanted a BC Rich, then get a BC Rich. There's lots of affordable ones out there. You don't have to get a high-end one.
No, and I mean...
Look at the one I got. That was like 150 Canadian. So it'd be like
Yeah.
120 US.
I think there's a BC... There's 2 sitting in the pawn shop in Trenton there for like under $200.
Yeah.
They're out there.
They're out there.
If you just want it for the sake of having it, you're not like, I want it because it's like the quest for having the perfection of a BC Rich instrument. I want a BC Rich. Go to them in your local hawk shop. I guarantee you can find one for
Hey,
very,
Kinky
very-
Dong.
very, very little dinero.
Yeah. Kinky Dong just came in the chat.
I like that name. Hello there.
Awesome, awesome.
But yeah, I mean, if you're in the quest to have like the perfect BC Rich, then obviously I mean settling for one of the lesser models may not be an option for you. But if it's just for like the sake of having a BC Rich,
That was me.
like me with my gold top, just for the sake of having a Les Paul, I'm quite satisfied with that Epiphone. You know. It does have really, really nice pickups in it, which doesn't hurt it at all. But
Colin James is in Memphis, and when the Gibson factory was still here, they had a retail shop inside. I played one there and really regret not buying it then. Oh, okay.
Colin James?
Colin James.
Oh! There we go. I was just like, I'm not understanding. You didn't buy Colin James, like his album, him, or like a signature guitar? But yes, no, it all makes sense now. I was like, wow.
I always wanted a 10-string rich bitch, he says. Well, yeah, who doesn't?
Talk to Lita Ford. I'm sure she'll sell you one or two.
Did she have any? I know Joe Perry had them. But then again, I don't know. Like, you know, you watch something, they're like, there was only ever 4 or 7 ever made, and it's like, well, Joe had 2 or 3 of them at one time.
Yeah.
And you see other people have had them, so
like,
what's the deal?
Were there more than 6, or Joe was like in a habit of just lending the ones out that he wasn't using? Or?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So does anybody...
Like, make sure you sign the guest book at the end of your tour. I make everyone who borrows it sign a guest book so that you can celebrate the legacy of how many people borrowed this guitar from me.
I like that.
Which, you know, on certain guitars, that would actually be a very, very cool thing. Like, everyone who's borrowed the Beast over the years for recording and stuff. Various session work.
Well, yeah, it's like...
Does it have, like, a guest book of everyone who's used that guitar?
Well, like so many studios that have the in-house gear. Like, you know, that one Marshall head that, say, Sunset Sound.
Yeah, like the infamous SIR Marshall head.
Yeah. Like, how many people recorded with that thing?
The question is, how many people recorded with it before that? That it doesn't matter because like it only matters after Slash recorded with it. Like, how many albums were recorded with that exact amp head before that just weren't?
Then again,
nobody recognized the magical tone.
We could probably point at several rack unit choruses in various recording studios that everybody played through. You know, like all the SD 320s and such.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gear is a funny thing.
It is.
Like, certain, especially studio gear and that becomes coveted for its usage by, like, one certain person. It's like, yeah, but how many, like, countless albums were recorded with that exact same magical guitar or magical amp before this one person used it?
Exactly.
Like, is it magical in their hands or is the instrument magical? Because there's 100 albums it was used on before that weren't magical, so...
Exactly.
Is it magical in their hands or is the instrument? That's when people start getting all cross. I mean, like, stop asking questions like that. Get out of the museum.
Yeah. That's where the broomsticks go.
You're now showing reverence. Get out of here, you punk.
Brian Stewart says, now that I have a vintage Charvel, I know I hate saying that too, dude, because it's like an 81 or an 82 or something.
Right, so it's older than me.
You're allowed to call that vintage.
Now that I have a vintage Charvel, all other pointy guitars pale in comparison. I get it. And now, Brian, is that I assume a made in Japan Charvel? Or if it's a US, man, that's a rare gem, like an 82 US build.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm curious on. Will says, so would either one of you or both of you use any one or both of those pedals on a gig? Oh yeah!
I'd comfortably and easily gig with one of those, yeah.
Yeah, either one. I could use either one. Well, especially for my main single repeat anyways.
Yeah,
but this one, I dialed in literally 10 seconds. I was like, boom, boom. Yeah. This one took a little longer to dial in.
I've got super fussy with my delays. Like, I prefer something that sounds a little more analog.
Oh, okay,
I currently use an El Cheapo
yes, Dale, you are
digital delay, so it's, you know. I'm not really a big cork sniffer when it comes to my delay tones. It's got to do. No, I've gotten into the fancy delays and that before. And it's just there's such limited application for it. It's either what you do, it's like your texture and soundscapes and like.
I guess because we don't do a lot of soundscape stuff.
And if you don't do that, like those delays are so limited in like their usefulness, other than being ear candy.
Yeah.
Which I mean is awesome and I love, but it's just. I've got a giant pedal board full of pedals that I can use for ear candy, and I just put a delay at the end of it, and it repeats all the ear candy. And like, so the idea of having a delay that does all this fancy crap within itself, I'm just like, yeah, but I just want it to like echo. And then I don't want to have to do a lot of fuss to be able to switch it to a shorter echo.
Yeah.
And sometimes I would like it to be like a really long setting that just sort of like drifts off into cacophony.
Mm-hmm.
And once in a while, when I'm not being lazy, I actually set up the dub echo. Which is one thing, you know what, I do have one particular thing about delays, but it's not a big issue because again, as I just said, when I'm not too lazy to do it, is in our cover of U2's New Year's Day. We do a reggae version of it.
Yep.
And when I'm, as I aforementioned, not too lazy, I actually take the time to set up the delay setting to do a dub echo, so I can get the old like kind of reggae echo going on. And for that, you need to have a delay with tails, so you can click it off and you still have your repeats going. So for that purpose, I couldn't do that with either of those delays, but again, for the number of times I actually remember to switch the
However, we may have a fix for that coming our way. That's all I'm going to say.
It's one of those Joyo 2-button delays because I've been dying to buy one of those for a while and they're just such a pain in the ass.
No, it all depends on how busy Lawrence has been. That's all I'm going to say.
They're pain in the ass. If anybody has
Lawrence
one of
doesn't
those
build delays.
2-button Joyo delays that they don't use or they like to get rid of, message Ben and he'll tell me and I'll get in touch with you. They're a pain in the ass to order off eBay or that other Amazon.
Yep.
Because half the time either the suppliers are out of stock or they don't ship to Canada, or the ones that do ship to Canada want like double the price that everyone else does. And it's like 99, 89, 79, 89, 149 ships to Canada.
I'm missing a doozy of a convo that you and Lawrence are having. Okay, fair enough.
So
and Brian Stewart says that Chevrolet's an 88 Model 2.
Oh, well, it's younger than me then, so it's not vintage.
Yeah. But he claims it's vintage because it is over 30 years
old.
old.
It is over vintage, yeah. But it's not older than me.
A few of my guitars aren't vintage. I love it when someone's like, hey, where'd you locate that vintage whatever? And I'm like, I bought it new. Yeah. Let's see. Yes, Dale Palmer supposes he's vintage. Joe Harvey says, I had a Jackson JS32 Kelly. Ben, I'd love to give Jackson another try. Chat? Yeah. I dig the JS32s, the JS11s, which is the super low, and we've talked about them. The
JS24 is the one I like.
The 32 does have the carved top instead of a completely flat top.
I would say the 24 is the flat top, 2 humbucker.
No, that was the JS11 for $200.
What's the JS24 then?
I don't remember a 24.
All right, maybe I'm thinking something else.
Yeah, the 32s would have a Floyd, carved top, and they're about twice the money.
Okay. Yeah, I mean...
Todd Flores says, I could dial in a nice reverb sound on that one too. Oh, sure. Yeah, I noticed that with the digital delay. Like, fairly quick repeats, it doesn't sound like a buzzing as much as like a springy reverb.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Brian Stewart, or Lawrence says to Brian, oh, in that case, I have a vintage Ibanez RG560. Well, that stuff's all becoming vintage now. Mm-hmm. Hey, Phil Mosley Music. He says, folks, just tuned in. Good to see you. Good to see you. Scrolling down. Let's see. Yes, one of your vintage, BC Rich's vintage. Yeah, anything 89 or older now. Oh, Dave R has been asking LPD for delay too, but yeah, he doesn't do delays because he can't get his hands on the good chips to do a good analog delay, I believe. Here we go. Oh, the reason he hasn't is tap tempo. It doesn't play well with analog or analog voice, so I leave that to DSP wizards. There you go.
See,
it doesn't have to have
tap tempo. I'm going to go ahead and say an unpopular thing here. I don't find tap tempo as a big selling feature for me.
I have no use for it.
I have absolutely no use for tap tempo. I've never used tap tempo in my entire life. The one time I actually tried to use it, it wound up being a terrible disaster. And I'm like, well, let's see, this is what I get for trying to use a fancy feature. Yeah. Like, never again.
Well, look, I'm going to set it and forget it anyways. I dial in my delay and that's done.
I have 2 delay settings, aside from the aforementioned sometimes used reggae dub echo. I have 1, maybe 1 and a bit repeats.
Yeah. Exactly, 1 and a bit.
330 seconds, like basically the David Gilmour setting. And then I have my long holding delay where I just, I don't know, it's probably closer to like 400 milliseconds. And repeats turned, 80%. And that's like it. I just use 2 delay settings, which is why I'm really keen on getting that bloody Joyo pedal. That way I can just toggle. delay setting 1, delay setting 2. I don't have to bend over.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, or like what I do, where I run 2 delay pedals on my board.
Or suddenly get to the point in the song where I go to use the delay and be like, oh crap, that's set up for a long sustaining delay and I just need a 1-note repeat for this solo. And I go and try and do the solo with it and it's just a mosh when I have to do that. The simple man.
Joe asked if you've played a Jackson before. You've played several Jacksons.
I've played many Jacksons in my day. I used to have a real big hate on for Jacksons, and then I played a couple Jacksons that I actually liked. And then I played that really cheap Jackson, and I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. It's a $200 guitar, brand new. Fantastic instrument. I don't think you can get a better instrument for that price point. And that being said, like 10 years ago, I absolutely the biggest hate on
Connor says, I remember a fellow back in college that had a Charvette. Yeah, we saw one at the guitar show last year.
There was one for sale in Kijiji recently.
The blood splatter one that we saw.
White one,
which I was really tempted to buy that, other than the fact that it didn't have all the parts. It would be impossible to source out those parts, I think.
Well, you'd never find them.
No.
Never.
Or
you'd pay what you spent
Jasco
on
just
the
got his
guitar,
telly
just
back
for
from being
parts.
set up and all the strings buzzed. The first thing I would check is the neck relief.
Yeah.
It could be you have a slight back bow happening at the moment. Check the neck relief, and because if it's all the strings,
Yeah, it's all this.
Brian Stewart uses a carbon copy. Yep, I have one on my practice board here, and I have one on my gigging board at home.
I love the carbon copy. I foolishly sold mine a couple of years ago, and I'm just, again, getting back to how much I don't use a delay a ton. I just haven't been able to break myself to invest.
And Lawrence mentioned, the lack of the proper chips is another reason he doesn't do a delay. But I'm seeing a lot of people going, hint, hint, I don't use tap tempo either. So.
Well, there we are. See, it's not an unpopular opinion then. Other people think it's an absolute waste of space too.
So that just means that Lawrence has to do a limited run, charge a 40% surcharge because it's a low production run.
Just order a small batch of chips.
Yep.
Hand build them. Like, you're paying out the nose for this, folks, but it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Well, anything.
Limited edition.
But yeah, as far as tails, adding tail, we'll talk about that off air. I don't think I told you about that. Something cool.
Oh, groovy.
Yeah, something cool.
Groovy.
Right, Lawrence?
Groovy.
Yeah, that unpainted photo you sent me.
Groovy. Yeah.
And he just says, I like the way you think. Hey, why not? You know, how many guitar manufacturers do a limited run of 100 guitars on a signature model, and then they add to the price to offset the fact they're not building 300, they're only building 100? You know, like the Jimmy Page Tellys this year. Same deal.
Don't get me started.
Well, let alone the mirrors one that doesn't come with the mirrors attached. You put them on yourself.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Basically, you get a white Tele.
With a box, little baggie of mirrors.
Yeah. So you can have it before you put the mirrors on or after you put the mirrors on. Which they better have exact placement as to where to place the mirrors, as far as I'm concerned.
Like a little diagram.
Yeah.
Wow, that's...
Yeah, it's just a piece of paper you place over top of the body.
I don't even know what to think about that. Yeah, I would think they would just sell it with or without. Like, they seem kind of asinine to me.
Yeah, they're like $1,000 for Mexican.
I don't want to spend that kind of money for a do-it-yourself guitar kit. That's that.
Call it the Lazy Susan or something. Love it. Sure. Actually, I think that's been used for a pedal before, but on a rotary pedal.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But Lawrence actually has the production run of the 74s is nearing completion. I saw photos of several circuit boards going into housings.
Lucio, sweet.
Anytime now. Yeah, it's an awesome pedal. Josco's planning to give it a shot. I'm decent at setups, but since the guitar is sentimental, I brought it to a pro, but I picked the wrong shop. Yeah, I hear you.
Sounds that way.
I do 90% of my setup work, but certain stuff I make him do. Because I don't want to touch the vintage stuff as much. I was thinking White Rabbit delay, Alice in Wonderland reference. Love it! I'd use it. Tell you what, when Jimmy Page builds one on video, I'll think about it.
Hello, I'm Jimmy Page.
And this is how you apply you.
I'm going to show you where to stick the mirrors on your Fender Jimmy Page Telecaster. First off, congratulations for buying that telly. Here's the yacht I just bought. Now I know you're pretty iffed about the fact that you got yourself a bag of mirrors with the guitar and thought, wank me, I've got to put these on myself. You sure do, bugger, but I'm going to show you how. Now first you're going to take the adhesive strips off the back. Stick them on the guitar, just like that. Beautiful. I don't know, for some reason Jimmy started sounding Australian by the end there, but anyway.
It's because what people don't see.
You know what? Give us that video, Fender. Give us the video of Jimmy Page showing us how to stick the bloody mirrors on the guitar.
I like it.
I don't think it's asking too much.
Hey, if Joe Walsh does a video on how to set up your Les Paul. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe, we want you to do a video. You know the ball will see. No, we've already put the money into your account. Alright, what do you need me to say?
Yeah.
We know how to deal with you, Mr. Walsh. We prepaid months ago, in fact. We're surprised you actually showed up.
It's all the way back there, Brian. It's like that painting is still waiting me out.
It's further away than it's ever been, man. Come on.
We need to put a talk bubble right there and it says, "Hello, Brian." Wow, was that Richie Page, Jimmy's son? Will Varela wins the chat tonight. It's seeing deep into my soul. What as Petross says. Yes, Ken, I'm aware you're playing at the Tap and Tankard. You've invited me to that event 4 times now. And considering I dined and dashed last time I was there, I may not return right away, folks. I didn't do it on purpose. We just realized we left. Yeah. Albus Band says, album title, Jimmy Page, Mirror Installation. Sure.
It's like a Lou Reed album.
Brian Star says, Ben melted off her face with a solo, is what happened. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Joe's asking my sister what tuning is her guitar in. You tune it before you practice. Hope you got a nice little tuner. She did. She got a snark tuner. The tight tuner at that.
Nice.
Which is way too accurate for my liking. Back and forth, back and forth. I gotta upgrade the tuners on my guitars if I'm gonna use that thing. Great for intonation though. She says clip-on thing.
That was the other surprising thing about that Strat was intonation. Absolutely perfect.
Oh yeah?
Like perfect. I was like, wow. I don't think it left the factory this good.
Lawrence Petross. Other things you can do with mirrors, Jimmy Page. Yes, Joe Hervey.
That also sounds like a Lou Reed album.
Along with the guitar, I gave Amanda a Snark tuner and the Amoon Line 6 pod, basically. Both that were given to me by the Tone King, so I figured, why not?
Okay, oh.
It's not so much re-gifting as passing along to someone that could use it more than me.
A noble cause, if ever there was one.
Mm-hmm. Snort, cough, snort. Helps me. Just don't cough at the mirror.
But
Todd Flower says, my dream guitar is an ES345 like Elvin Bishop's Red Dog.
Yeah?
Nice, nice.
Don't see a whole lot of love for the 345s.
Brian Robinson. Good evening.
Right, guys.
Good evening, gents.
Salut, bonjour.
Good to see you, Brian. Thanks for returning.
Hey, that's a nice Les Paul you got there, Bucko.
Oh, he got a Les Paul, did he?
He did, in fact.
Oh.
He did, in fact. A rather nice looking one, too.
Very nice. Very nice. Awesome. How are we doing on time, anyway? Oh, we got another 5 minutes. Awesome. So if you guys have anything you want to still cover, let us know.
And speaking of Jacksons, a picture of Brian's got a Jackson Kelly up for sale, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really? I don't need to know this. Brian, do you want to trade for an amplifier? That's my question.
I think that's the one. It's kind of X-y, kind of shaped, Explorer-ish. weaponized, sharp, pointy, freaking looking thing.
Joe Hervey says, yeah, Ben, I was blessed by someone in here. It's freaking great to help. I gave a guitar away last month to a family friend. He's 12, and I sent him home with picks, etc. Nice.
Awesome, dude.
That's awesome. Speaking of which, Todd.
Oh, pardon me.
Oh! And we have one for my sister as well for the next time I see my lovely sister. Unsolicited, of course.
Unsolicited, alright.
There you go, sir.
Oh, it's got my name on it. Oh, lovely. Personalized pick.
Or as somebody wrote on the video, because I used as a thumbnail, me holding one up to the camera. And they said, oh, you got a Richie Blackmore signature pick. So why don't you show the folks what you got from Todd Flowers?
Well, Todd Flowers sent me an unsolicited dick pic. Yeah, right there. A little bit girthier than I would have expected from the likes of him, but...
But no, yeah, thank you very much. That's awesome. I shall treasure this dick pic. Unlike any dick pic has been treasured. Now we're lagging out. Shall be treasured unlike any dick pic has ever been treasured in history.
Lawrence Petross, my eyes, my eyes! And my sister, for some reason, says Wicked. I bet you that's the most excited she's ever been for a dick pic.
I bet you that's the most excited.
I really hope that's the most excited she's
to be getting a dick pic. You'll find that a lot of women don't like receiving dick pics. Then, it's I think it's a very sexist assumption about the guitar playing world, but it's fair to say. The appeal of dick pics is largely
Hey, Gravel
a
Stevo
gentleman's
179. Then have you tried the Black Spirit 200? Oh, that sounds familiar. Is that a Hughes and Kettner? Black Spirit 200.
No, that name does not ring a bell.
Well, that's why we have Google. Black Spirit.
But it's 200, so it's clearly much better than...
Hughes and Kettner.
Yes. Fair. So is it in fact a 200 watt Hughes and Kettner?
I believe so. I think that's it's a solid state.
Alright, I was going to say, like, Jesus, did you not learn from Marshall? This is where you cross the line. This is where you create fire-producing machines, and they're no longer amplifiers. They're just
4 channels.
House fires.
Solid state with the nano tube. Right, yeah.
Okay.
I remember seeing them at GitCon last year. Thanks,
in that
Terry.
case, I think that's a very cool
I'm reading Google results. Terry's messaged me, so it's coming down in preview.
Because
so.
100 watt solid state amps, for some reason, they don't have enough.
Well, they're like, you got to double the
Yeah,
wattage.
200 watt solid state guitar amp is, that's...
I've always been a fan.
That'd be really cool. I didn't even know it existed, but now I want to try one.
It sounds cool. Like
Hughes and Kettner makes top of the line solid state amps. Like my buddy used to have a Hughes and Kettner Club Reverb 112, a little 60 watt combo, and to this day it was one of the best sounding amplifiers I've ever played to. It was just such a great little amp.
I want to say it was Steve from Boston, but I'm not sure. I think it was Steve that did a demo or a video with one at GitCon last year.
Yeah.
Didn't really talk about what it was on the new Hughes and Kettner. And it, like, Steve, awesome tone as usual.
Yeah.
He goes, at the end of the video, he goes, oh, by the way, it's solid state. And we're like, wait, what?
I gotta watch some videos on this because I'm intrigued.
Well, what threw me off is
I really like
it still had that
solid state stuff.
I thought, or the one I saw like the plex in the front that
blue
lit up.
glow, yeah.
So I'm like, well, I always thought that was tube glow that lit him up.
Oh, no, it's a LED.
Yeah, I assumed it was tube glow.
Oh, no, it's a blue LED.
Yeah. So there we are. And before we wrap up, I want to give 2 major shout-outs, which really helped the channel. We were talking about it off air. We want to talk about Philip McKnight. Thank you very much for the shout-out the other day, buddy.
Phil McKnight.
We saw a vast increase in subscribers on the channel. So if you folks notice some new names in the chat that you've seen around at other chats, that's why. Thank you very much, everyone that's jumped on board. And also, RJ Ronquillo gave a nice shout-out as well on Saturday morning. Thank you, RJ, if you're watching. And thank you, Philip, if you're watching. Speaking of which, RJ will be coming on the channel on Sunday the 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And I do want to mention this coming Sunday we're doing a community hangout because it's been far too long. We've got Alex Radford coming on. We've got Rob212 coming on. And I wanted to see if he's around. Aaron, Albus Band, do you want to jump in as well? Just off the top of my head. And we'll be having some others jumping in as well. So let me know on that, Aaron. If you're interested, let me know. Yeah, Dale. Oh, it was crazy. We've gained 60 plus subscribers since then. Like, literally, I was getting notifications. Boom, new subscriber, new subscriber, new subscriber. I'm like, holy crap, this is awesome. So thank you very much, Philip. And we will have Philip on the channel at some point, you would say, because he will be coming on here before anywhere else.
Very cool.
Hey, Showman Blues, just checking in. Awesome.
Hey there.
And Ben is my brother, Amanda says. Yes, for the new people. Yeah, Sunday, this coming Sunday. Yeah, shoot me a text. Joe Hervey says, Ben, thank you for the sexy time, buddy. Rock on, Ben and Rich. Nice, nice. Yeah, so leave a thumbs up if you haven't already. Do you have anything to add, good sir?
No, I'm pretty good.
Okay, fair enough. Coming up...
Again, Joyo, 2-button delays. If you've got one, let me know.
I was asked to do a rig rundown of my gigging rig, which is done. That'll be coming up some point this week, I'm not sure when. We do have a demo of this coming up. I've been holding back on some of the demo vids because I'm doing the Veda. So yes, there will be videos every day through the rest of the month. Chat, y'all have a great night. See you around, my peeps. Bless you fucks. I love it, Joe. Love it.
Thank you.
And my sister's going to go practice right now. Hey, Brian Landreth. Last minute again. Yeah, I guess so, buddy. Awesome. But you at least caught the end. So yeah, I'll be doing videos every day. Some live stuff, definitely. Maybe I'll do some more live jams. Kind of playing with this whole copyright thing, so we'll see how that goes. Probably no copyright and stuff, but we'll see. So there we go, folks. Until next time, I'm Ben. He's Rich.
Take care, one and all.
Hold those doors open. Let that guy ahead of you in traffic do good things, and good things will happen to you. And be good to each other out there, folks. Spread the positivity. Screw the negativity.
Until next week.
Have a good one.